Hello everybody, it's Farmsim Guy here, hope you're all doing well. We're back on Bald Scap, and we're still mowing. We're about to drop it into this field here. We'll fire up the course plate and get him started. Basically what we're going to do today is get this other field done. Where are we? Field right, there we go. We'll get this other field done and ready, and we will get this baled as quickly as we can. In fact, what we'll do is very quickly jump into the baler as soon as we're done here. And look, throwing 3.7 on the width there because I am not unfolded, so let's unfold it before we go any further. We are going to mow this field, get the baler into the one next to it as well, and get that done. And then we will go and probably sow some corn in the top field. So there we go, 8.4 meters set now. Generate field course gives us our result. We are good to go. So we just hit the drive course and he should just pull away now. There we go. And like I said in the last episode, we're not swathing this, although this mower does give us that option. We're not going to do that because actually our pickup on our baler will allow us to do this as well. So it seems silly to swath it when we've got the option on the baler. So he's running away here. I think we talked about this in the last episode as well. I think we're almost at the limit of the power of this tractor. Potential to possibly upgrade the engine power in this tractor in the future. But it'll do for now. It's not going so slowly that it's causing us any issues, so we'll let him run for now as he goes. This is a slightly smaller field, this. But one last cut of silage on here I think is good for us, sets us up well for a little bit more money in the bank, potentially, ideally, at the end of the day. We'll see how quickly we can get these baled and wrapped, but even if it's not by the end of the day, tomorrow will be good for us. So we'll leave him to do that for a second, and we will go and grab the baler. Now, I'm going to do a little experiment. I know the horsepower on this is 210. I know on the baler it is 200, so while it looks considerably bigger than our old baler, I'm going to give this a go just to see if it'll work. If it doesn't, we might need to go and grab the big machine. But as we're here with it, I thought we'd give this a go first, just in case it's successful. And if it is, we'll use this, and if not, we've got the big gill, the new John Deere up in the other field, and we will go and use that instead. There's that grass bale that we picked off in the last episode. Just waiting there, so let's get this unfolded. Baler's actually still unfolded, so we just need to unfold the windrows. There we go, get them into position. Now, I did get a message the other day saying there is an option here to raise and lower these, because I did struggle slightly with them last time. And I don't think it is. I think it's an option to move them backwards and forwards and fold them, but I don't think it's a way to raise or lower them. So if we lower pickup... No, see... Although it does lift them slightly there, so maybe that does work. Let's give it a go, see what happens, shall we? Need to drop the pickup as well. So it is giving us enough space to pick up the swath there. That's good. I thought it might maybe run over it if it wasn't fully dropped, but that is looking pretty good. So I'm running quite well actually. Look, 7 miles an hour there. I'm quite impressed with that. From the old white doing its thing. Very pleased with that one. Look, we're up to 12 miles an hour now. Very pleasing. And just the width of this baler just means that we can pick this up incredibly quickly. This whole field will get done in no time at all, and we'll churn out a few bales for us. This first one is hay, and the only reason this is hay is because we had half a bale in last time, but there we go. Next bale started is grass, so we can convert this to silage. We'll just take the bale wrap around this field after we've done this, and then we're going to plough these fields under. So as now we've planted grass in the top field, in the big field, which will be growing relatively quickly as well. We can start putting other crops in these. Definitely barley in one of these to help with our distillery and the whiskey. But another crop, I think it was suggested a few times, sunflowers, something we've not done before, so we definitely want to use something we've not done before, so I think sunflowers will be the option there. But for the time being, I think we just push on and we get this baled. And potentially the next field too, as the mower is likely to finish in there before we're finished in here. So things are looking good.
You wake me up in the middle of the night. You say I cannot wait till the morning. Some things just have to be done in the middle of the pouring rain. I still remember the look on your face, how you smiled the first time I met you. But when I look at you now, there's no trace. I guess it's all been erased. You tell me that it's over, that we just hurt each other, but we don't have to end up this way. We're underwater, we're off the shoreline. I try to reach you, but you're drifting away. We're underwater, but there's still time left. If we want it, we can breathe again, breathe again. I'm not surprised that you're feeling this way. I've long known that you're bothered by something. I don't believe that you're right when you say that we're better off this way. Guess it's true as my mother did say, you can't trust a soul that's been shattered.
So here we are, just finishing the first field. That has taken hardly any time at all. This pickup is so brilliant for just speeding up the whole process. We've covered so much ground in such a short amount of time, it's fantastic. So quick pickup of these last few little bits and pieces, and I have to say, the white has laughed at this from a power perspective. It's not really batted an eyelid at all, which is awesome. So we shall continue to do this, and as you can see, the John Deere is making fast work of the grass over there as well. Now, a few people have suggested that this has a hitch on the back of it, that you could attach the bale wrapper to the back of this, and actually as the bales drop out, get picked up by the bale wrapper. I haven't tried it, I'll be the first to admit, but I don't think it's going to work. But I'm not going to say that and not show you. So what we'll do at the end of this field is we will get this finished. Let me just turn the HUD back on so you can see we've got 60% of a bale still in there. If I turn this off, it will eject the two bales that are finished, that are sitting in the back there. So we'll get rid of those. 1, 2. You can see the unfinished bale sitting in there already. So what we'll do, we'll run this closer to the farm, and we will may need to fold it up actually, like so there, to reverse the wrapper on, but we'll go and get the wrapper now, and we'll just we'll give this a go, because do you know what, if it does work, that could be a bit of a result. The only thing that may slow us down is the speed of the wrapper when he tries to wrap bales when we're still spitting them out. So we shall find out. Right, let's go and get this. They are not compatible hitches. That's obviously using the 3-point, and that is using a hook. So I should have noticed that in the shed, but it doesn't matter because we had to bring that up here anyway. But what it does mean is we've got some more baling to do. So without further ado, unfold the baler again, and we'll get things going. So we can cut around here. We'll just have to wait for the John Deere to turn around, which he's about to just here, so we'll give him a space to do that. And then we will head on up to the top of the field and work up there for a little bit. Like I said, with the size of this pickup on this, you can be selective at what you pick up and where. Again, I'm being premature here, he's going to reverse into me now. There we go. I kind of underestimated how far he would reverse there. There you go, pesky courseplay. Let's play in courseplay. Right, we'll push on. I'm sure you don't need to see another montage of me bailing, so we will jump back as soon as this is done.
You tell me that it's over, that we just hurt each other, but we don't have to end up this way. We're underwater, way off the shoreline. I try to reach you, but you're drifting away. We're underwater, but there's still time left. If we want it, we can breathe again, breathe again. Don't leave me stranded this way.
Now, one of the things I would like to talk about while we're just mowing this field a little bit is the excitement of putting grass in the other field is that it is a legitimate field on the Bull's Gap map. Now, one of the things that I haven't had a chance to try on this gameplay yet is the courseplay picking up and gathering bale scenario, and also wrapping bale scenario. So I'm really excited to potentially try a courseplay series on that field once we've got the grass grown and we've done our first cut of it, because one of the issues here, because we've created these fields out of nothing, we can't append these to the real fields on the map, so we are limited to having to do this manually or with courseplay, but it doesn't have the option to do the bale collection and the bale wrapping within it. So very excited, I think, when we get the big field done to test it out on there, because it's something I've wanted to try for a while and not really had an opportunity to. So that is one of the benefits of putting grass in those top fields and moving these back to cereal crops. But as you can see, we're making fast work of this. There is not too much to go, so we will see you when we are done. So there we are, look at this. We have got 95. We're going to just perfectly finish this off with a full bale. Look at that. Alright, we get a few little bits in here. I'm happy to let them go. It'll be about 5 or 6% of a bale. We can lose that without too much hassle, but that's brilliant. Perfect timing. So I can unload those bales there, and we can pop this away ready for the next time we need it. There we go, pickups out of the way, we can fold the door at the back in, and we'll get this popped back in the shed, and we'll quickly then come back for the John Deere as well, and we'll get these wrapped as quickly as possible. So interestingly, just as we have with our plough, it looks like, I'm just going to check this, our shed here may not accommodate our baler. Although actually, as we get closer, it is looking a little bit more like it's okay. I'm slightly worried that we wouldn't be able to get it underneath the... That's pretty close, isn't it? There's not much space left there, but it does fit in, which is a slight relief. Okay, he's in. Let's leave him there. And we might as well go and take the white and hook it up to the wrapper, because the John Deere has the mower on it still. We'll connect the wrapper, and we are going to rapidly get these wrapped up and hopefully into the BGA ASAP. So we'll get this connected. We will move the John Deere out of the way as well. Get the mower unhitched and put it back in the shed. I have to say, I'm really pleased with this mower actually. It was still a cost-effective buy, not as expensive as some of the others, but decent functionality on it still. So from that perspective, very pleased with the fact there's space in the corner of this shed here. That might be an ideal spot for it. Again, if it's not too tall, which it doesn't look like it is. So we'll drop the rear mower at the back there. Help if we had the right one selected. So mower down, we'll spin around and drop the front one on. We could have washed this actually before we put it away. That would have been the right thing to do, but maybe next time when we pick it out we'll wash it. If we pop this next to it here, good practical use of space in the shed. And actually we might as well just hook him straight up to the bale trailer there, because that is going to be our next job once these are wrapped. Sometimes wonder if this bale trailer is too small, but it really, to be honest, doesn't make a big difference. Even with all these bales in this field, because they're so close, it's not the end of the world. And the reality is, with the 20,000 litre bales, we're shipping a lot of straw on each load. So from that perspective, I don't think I need to upgrade it anytime soon. But what we do need to do is get these wrapped. Just get out of the way of that one so they're not clashing with each other. But I think we'll put this on, let's put this on a little time lapse rather than a montage, and we will rattle through as many of these as we can in the time we've got. So, back soon.
Let me know, do you feel me too? Let it show, 'cause babe, I'm into you. We've been on and off, in and out, up and down, too many times.
So there we go, just rolling on to the last bale in this field. So that is another field done. We will go and wrap those ones over there as well. I'm sure you don't want to see those in real time either. So we'll quickly whip them together as well. And the one that's down in the yard. In fact, do you know what, we'll go and get that right now before we go and head up to the top of the field again. We'll go and pick the one up here that we had on the trailer before. It wasn't swallowed up by the shed. And we'll pop that back on the field and we'll take that to where it should belong. We could almost drop it in the yard there, couldn't we? What we'll do, we'll put it on the trailer so it's neatly stacked. There you go. An extra bale. So, what we'll do, we'll go and grab everything in the second field now as well. And we'll come back when we are done. So welcome back. We haven't finished the field just yet, but I thought I'd show you what I'm doing this time. Is I'm actually gathering the bales. Now I've done one set over there. I'm gathering this one here as well. I'm going to clump these up a little bit just to make life easier when we're gathering them with the trailer. Thought it was worth a shot, and so far it seems to be working quite well. It also means I'm not sitting around just waiting for a bale to wrap. I'm kind of constantly moving around the field as well, which is quite a nice thing to be doing. So we'll drop that down there like that. Actually this time we'll reverse out so we don't bump into that one again. But we've got what does looks like six left on the field there. Oh no, there's the 7th. And of course, you know the deal. I always leave one somewhere, don't I? A couple of you suggested this week the show bales on map mod. But actually I think I'm just going to take my chance. It's almost become a little bit of a signature of mine. Got to leave a bale somewhere on the field, right? And you know it's an FSG field. It's up there now with dirty machinery as a bit of a signature of mine. So I don't want to change it now, right? So let's grab these and then we'll come back and collect them. There we go, and just one more at the top here, and I do believe we've got them all this time. Famous last words, but I do believe we have. So, let's just grab this, and we are good to go. And that is the hay bale. That's the first bale out. If you remember back at the start there, we had leftover bale in from the last time we used the bales when we did need hay, which we stocked our shed up with. So I'm doing a quick scan here, and I'm not going to put the wrapper away this time because well, you know, there could be one hiding out here somewhere in the shadows or something. So we'll just leave this parked up here, the edge of the field. There we go, and we will jump into the John Deere, which is just right here, and we'll go and pick up some bales. I'm very excited to see how many we've got here in total. Right, let's get these picked up. We'll keep tabs on them, and we'll get them dumped into the BGA. Didn't get close enough to that one. There we go. Yes, let's round these up as quickly as we can. There is a big payday coming here. A big payday.
You had me running blind. It's time for you and me, baby, to make up our minds. Some say that it's the little things, I say that it's a big old ring. Anything to hear you say I do.
Okay, as you can see there, we've kind of overloaded the BGA at the moment, so I thought rather than let those lie on the floor, I would pick them back up. We'll round up the last 2 bales up here, and we'll go and get that hay bale right in the corner as well. It's easiest to unload that at the BGA and then pluck it out with the low loader and get it dumped into the TMR mixer. So rather than driving the little Massey all the way up here, that seems like false economy, so we will pluck this together and then we will get this sorted, which won't take too long. We are putting all of these on the BGA just because there is a stack of silage bales sitting next to the TMR machine that we can use for mix, and we've got quite a lot already mixed, so not too much point in putting any more out there. And by the time that's all done, I'd like to think our grass certainly will be close to harvesting, if not ready to harvest in the not too distant future. So I am less concerned about us running out than I am about making a good stack of money. And look what I've done there, I've gone and reloaded it because I didn't switch it off, but that's okay. We will just do this, and we'll do a rather unceremonious load on top. A little bit of FS19 physics doing its best there, but we'll leave that to run for a little while. Just going to switch it off. We'll let that process. As you can see, I jump up here. It's flickering there because it's capped out on the 80,000 litres it can absorb at once, and while it processes that, the others just sit on top, and as soon as it dips below that, it will absorb some of the other bales. So that may take a little bit of time. Might just zip forward time a little bit so you can see it happening. But once that's done, so there we go, we're running on 120 time already, and you can see those bales being absorbed. So actually, I was going to say we might get to midnight without losing all these bales, but that was wishful thinking. We knew we'd quickly do that. Now, I'm going to stop it here, go back to 1, because what we've got here is a little bit of a physics issue. So if I do U here, I might just... will I pick up those ones at the back? That would be nice, wouldn't it? But even if I don't pick up those ones at the back, by the time I drop these back in, it might reset those as well. Yeah, there we go. That's all I needed to do. Oh, it took the straw as well. Beg your pardon, the hay bale. It took the hay bale. So there we go, 80,000, a little bit more to go in. Speed up time again just to get rid of that. There we go. And again, these two are stuck. We'll get this trailer out of the way now and we'll reverse those in. And then we'll just go and get the little Massey and we'll give them a nudge, because that'll be enough for them to drop down and fall into the BGA with enough time to see how much money we're going to make when the clock rolls over midnight. Now remember as well, we've got 4 horses now, so we're paying £1,200 pounds when it comes to midnight, or $1,200 should I say, for the upkeep of the horses. So with that in mind, it's always handy to have a little bit of money in the bank. The other thing we'll go and do as well is check very quickly on our tomatoes and see how they're doing. And then I think we'll call it a day for there. I was going to start the drill up for the corn, but I think that might now wait till tomorrow. There we go, they just needed a little nudge. It's always just what they need, a little nudge. Now we should potentially be going to get some more digestate from there as well to put into the fertiliser. But for now, I think we've done enough. Let's just do a quick check on the animals, make sure they're all alright. So there we go, cows, again, needing a bit of a top up. They're very messy. There's a few bits and pieces we need to do with them in the not too distant future. Equally, the chickens could do with a bit of a clean as well. Horses, a few oats for them to feed them. We'll need to purchase some of that very soon. We'll just keep an eye on that. And a bit more hay as well, but generally they're looking okay. So I think at that juncture, I'm going to leave us on a cliffhanger, wondering how much money we are going to make out of this next BGA sale from all of the silage that we've thrown in there. So, for now, from me, the Farm Sim Guy, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope that was an enjoyable episode, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Bye for now. I did say at the end of the video that I was going to show you what was happening with the tomato greenhouse, and there we go. 54% of our pallets of tomatoes ready to be sold. So we can leave that for a little bit longer without causing too much hassle.